Okay, so how do we go about this one? How are we going to find the largest in? Well, it's going to be the same thing as last time. We've got to remember that 13 factorial means 13 times 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. It means 13 all the way down to 1. And so now we're going to break these numbers apart. All these numbers, break them down to their prime building blocks to find out what's in there. So 13, that's already prime. He can't break down. So the 12 is 4 times 3, which is 2 times 2 times 3. We broke down the 12. 11's already prime. We can't break that down any further. 10 is 2 times 5. 9 is 3 times 3. 8 is 2 times 4, and the 4 breaks down to 2 times 2. 7 is already prime. 6 is 2 times 3. 5 is already prime. 4 is 2 times 2. 3 is already prime. 2 is already prime. 1 can't break down. So is that good so far? I just took each of those numbers from 13 all the way down to 1, and I just broke them all apart. All those numbers. From 13 on down to 1, I broke them all apart into their prime building blocks. So now the question is, what's the largest in so that 4 to the n goes into all this stuff? So all this stuff is 13 factorial. All that stuff is 13 factorial. All those, so 13 factorial contains a lot, doesn't it? It contains all those prime pieces. So how do we figure out the largest in? I don't see any 4s. Well, I guess I see 1 4 here. Am I just supposed to say that, and then another one there? Am I just supposed to say those 2 4s? What am I supposed to do? How do I answer this question?
So, what I believe is that whatever, sorry, it's kind of a little hard to explain. So you get the 2s, you find the amount of 2s that you have, and then you see how many multiply to 4, and then that's what you would put into the answer.
Very good, Martine. Exactly. Yeah, because again, it's all about what they're made out of. You're right on track. That 4 is made out of 2 2s, huh? Yeah, so we don't need to look for a 4. You're right on. We just need to look for pairs of 2s, huh? Yeah, and that's what this whole section of the course. I'm really glad to see that you guys are really dialing in with the fact that really numbers are just about the primes they're made out of, aren't they? So when we're wondering how many 4s are down here in all this stuff, you guys know that a 4 is nothing but 2 2s. He's just made out of 2 2s. Exactly. I'm really glad to see that. That's really the point of this whole 7 homework assignments that we've done together, this number theory, is the fact that numbers are made out of primes. And so you can answer pretty difficult questions about numbers if you just focus on their primes. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go down and find out how many times we have a pair of 2s. So here we have a pair of 2s. So that's, I'll just count. There's 1, but that's going to be a 4, right? When 2 2s get together, that's a 4. Here's, well, maybe we should just count them all together. Total number of 2s. What's the total number of 2s? Let's just do it that way. How about instead of this number 1 thing? So I'm just going to count. I'm just going to check them off. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and don't forget this guy, 10. 10 of them. So 10 2s. Did you see me count those off? And don't forget the one that's up there on the main line. that didn't break down. He himself is a prime 2. So there's 10 2s, right? So how many pairs of 2s? Because that's when you get a 4. When a pair of 2s gets together, they make a 4. So how many pairs of 2s are there?
5.
Exactly. Are we good there? And that's the answer to the question. 5, right? Because really, this pair of 2s makes a 4. This 2 along with this 2, I could go through and count them this way too. That's 2 of them. Here's a third 4. This 2 with this 2. Here's a fourth, and this 2 with this 2. So there's 5 4s that can go into all that stuff because there's 10 2s, and that makes 5 4s. So the answer to the question is 5. The largest power that you can put on the 4 there is the 5th power. That's the biggest number of 4s that will go into all that stuff.